Mm-mm. I have a dream, right? You got COVID. Oh my God. How the heck did you... You can sing and dance. I'm thankful. Yeah, I can sing and dance. I'm a performer, but I just haven't been performing.
Oh, but I had a premonition, epiphany upstairs. So when I came downstairs again. Basically, it's a physical activity. So the breath is important, and it's just people who are more active physically just have
better stamina.
Yeah, I mean not better stamina, but just, I think that this spiritual expansion and this defeating of any type of depression that people are looking for in any capacity has everything to do with moving. Like when you stop moving, look at what happens to energy when it stops moving. And like the energy never really stops moving. So it just vibrates like really stagnant. It's just vibrating at like the same variation. So it's not very lively versus something that's constantly fluctuating and going through different things. When you're active and your body's alive and thriving, you're going to experience a higher range of life. Just all together, a higher range of thoughts. You know, saying that love wins and going into love gets added on to, you know, when you actually apply it and do it, you end up being active in a certain capacity. Even for playing the flute, you have to have a certain, lung capacity. Cardio literally goes for everything. Like literally everything. Like life is breathing. Cardio is breathing. So I think being active in combination with everything is the game changer here. I feel like activity and the amount of activity, is everybody's downfall. I think that if you were more active, whether you're playing a game of soccer every day, recreationally for like an hour every day with your friends, if your body was more active, like at least in that form, right? You'd be way more likely and way more inclined to envision and see yourself on the show, on the stage, and actually be on the stage and actually be able to do it well. Very, very well, very easily, and get creative. And it's a whole other you out there. But we're getting so into knowledge to find spirituality, we're forgetting about actually connecting to the spirit. When you actually connect to the spirit, it's through the body.
That's true.
So you connect you find your spirit, find your fucking mind, get conscious again, and then go back into the body, and then start doing things for the body. And so eventually, towards the end of your journey, you will find yourself vegan. You will find yourself eating way more vegan, because you're not even going to eat that much. And because you eat less, you're going to start snacking. And the lightest food that you can eat is vegan food. And even vegan food, even in that, you don't want it to comprise of your starches. And, those type of things as well. So, all in all, I had the epiphany that basically, like, our activity consistently, daily, is important. Little bits of yoga every day is the minimum people can do for themselves. But I feel like me back in my martial arts again is different. Me doing my martial arts, I remember how it was when I did it versus when I didn't. When I was doing martial arts, it was in combination with dance. I was doing dance. That door was open. I was doing martial arts easy because I was breakdancing, so martial arts was fun, easy, they were cohesive. So I'm breakdancing, at the same time, I'm like, oh yeah, I'll try martial arts. Now I'm doing martial arts as a breakdancer, in a breakdancer body. And I'm like, oh yeah, this is fucking dope. I don't want to fight people, and I don't want to be a professional dancer. This is actually just my day-to-day, my mentality at that time was probably the best it's ever been in my life. Just because I was alive, I was awake, I was tapped into my body. And in that, I was my happiest. I was very abundant at that time. But I wasn't spiritual. And that was a problem. But I started tapping in at that time. I spent every day at libraries. I had my routines. Everything was clean and nice. I was cooking for everybody. Had tea and yoga every morning. It was just different. But it was regular. That's when I'm healthy.
It's like the combination of both that make you to the super being.
Yeah, me being active is gonna make me do like healthy shit throughout the rest of my life. When I stop getting active, I notice that I get more in my head. And I can tap back more into the spirit, but then I start feeling like I'm going nowhere.
Yeah.
So you can't live there. You have to come back into your body and bring what you and your spirit came to agreement with into action and into play. So the more you're moving, the more if you can move in this reality and in this body and stay in communion with your spirit, you're going to be a walking magician.
Yeah.
And that's literally the goal, is to pave your path. Now, when things start getting good, that's when you're like, oh, I'm going the right way. Either way, you're paving the path.
Y'all hear that? It's
Everybody's
true.
writing their own destiny. Everybody's writing their own purpose.
Yeah.
People really define themselves, but it's so hard to do because people are so like, what they would think is regular. But if they were just to be themselves, they would find their uniqueness. And everyone else will find that uniqueness for them. But you can't lose if you're being yourself. And you're not being yourself if you're not active. If you're not even moving, you don't know what you're like. You know you think you know what you're like, but until you move into it and take a step towards each of your dreams every day, you won't know what it's really like.
True. So I thought about like Destiny's Child, to go off what you were saying. I thought about Destiny's Child and how they said they used to run and sing at the same time, developing that lung capacity. So I came to that epiphany like some years ago, to where it's like, all right, well, if I'm asking to be a performer on this big stage, I'm gonna have to start working out or doing something.
Just like the breakdancing martial arts thing. Martial arts was cool because I was already breakdancing. So I was like, oh, I'm already like this with my legs. Mm-hmm. That makes sense. Mm-hmm. So if you reverse that, you're like, I'm going to be on a stage. You should be like, okay, what would I do now that will help me when I'm in that position?
That's it.
Easily.
Mm-hmm. That puts you more in alignment with what you're...
that has enough variety within itself.
Yeah, that puts you more in alignment with what I'm asking for.
I'm going back to this one. I love this song.
Mm-hmm. I like how he starts off, yeah. This is a nice song. What's this called, so I can tell everybody?
It's called Fly.
Fly.
By June Marizi. It's FKJ's wife.
Okay. So, faith without work is dead, right? Let's see. I'm going to go back to, you got so many compliments on your Lotus Gang crop top. That's wonderful. I'm glad. Let's see. If I had a garden, I put your tulips and my tulips together. Whoa. No, guy. No, sir. I'm good.